So we've logged into Nessus, and the first thing that we want to do is we want to create a new scan. So that's very simple. All we do is click the button right here that says New Scan. And now we are going to walk through creating the scan, and we get a choice of templates. And this is actually where we determine what it is that we are going to be looking at. I really probably want to do an advanced scan so that we can do a complete configuration, but you can see the number of pre-canned templates that are in place. So if you wanted to look for shell shock, for example, if you wanted to look for malware or do policy compliance, you could select any of those. I'm going to do an advanced scan, and we're going to walk through the creation of all of the settings that are necessary to do an advanced scan. I'm going to name it a scan of home systems. I'm going to store it into the folder My Scans. So my target is going to be 192.168.86.66. Now I can go to schedule, and I'm not going to enable a schedule. Going to not enable notifications, although I could if I were to configure an SMTP server, and I could do that in the configuration settings. I don't want any email notifications. I'm going to say that I want to ping the remote host. That's going to determine whether it is up or not. Now we've got a variety of ping methods. I could enable or disable these. You don't have network printers. You don't have any Novell NetWare hosts. And so all of that is going to be okay. For port scanning, we're going to say consider unscanned ports as closed and just allow the default port scan range. We're going to use a SYN scan. We're not actually going to do a UDP scan in this particular case. As you can see, it says it's generally not possible for a port scanner to tell the difference between an open and filtered UDP port, so that you may have a much longer scan time and get unreliable results. And so we could say netstat or SNMP port enumeration options instead, if that's possible. So we are going to do SNMP here. Going to go to service discovery, probe all ports to find services. That works for me. And then the assessment, we're going to just allow it to do whatever it's going to do by default. So the accuracy is going to be whatever the normal accuracy is. And we could override that and say, don't show any potential false alarms or show potential false alarms. In this case, I just want to leave that alone. I am going to perform thorough tests, though, and I'm going to use credentials provided by the user. I'm not going to scan web applications here. I don't have a Windows host, and I'm not going to use malware settings. The report, the default settings are going to be okay with me. And then I'm just going to say save. And when it gives a list of scans here, I'm going to click on that and then just say launch. At this point, we have created a custom scan, and we are just running this. And this is going to take a while to run. We'll take a look at the results a little bit later on, but we're going to allow this to run. Again, you've got a variety of templates that you can use to create scans from, and you could just do an advanced as we did and really create the settings that specifically you want to look at. So we're going to let this run, and we'll come back and take a look at the results and reporting when we come back.